Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. Guys, we are talking The Penguin, episode 6, titled Gold Summit. Despite his enemies' attempts to smoke him out, Oz seeks to expand his reach in the city. Meanwhile, Victor crosses paths with a former adversary. And we definitely going to be talking about that, guys. Want to let you know this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. Me and my guest over here going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out as if you've already seen it. That is your warning. Subscribe to my channel. His stuff is in the description box of this video. We got another banger. I'm scared what's going to happen at the beginning of episode 7 with the way this one ended with episode 6. I thought this was a great episode, Lamont. I know that you're going to have a lot of jokes. And I can't wait to hear them, man. How you doing today, man? How you doing? And what was your general impressions of this episode?
I'm doing good, brother. Everybody be sure to subscribe to Keith-Avery. He's one of the hardest working YouTubers on YouTube, doing content across genres. I'm so happy he allowed me to co-pilot with him to do this show. I love this episode. I enjoyed this one more than the last one because a lot of things me and Keith-Avery have discussed over the season came to fruition in this episode. And he know I got tons of jokes ready for not only for Oz, but for Oz's girlfriend, for Sophia and her new daddy complex. I got them ready. It was great.
Yeah, man. It was great. And while it was great, man, I'm nervous to end. This was touching. You know, of course, it's obvious if I'll go ahead and say it, man. Elephant in the room is his mother was a very important, pivotal puzzle piece in this episode, man. And the way that it ended, I don't care. We're going all out of order with Sophia. The power coming back on at Crown Point, and it looked like Sophia had a crowbar in her hand and was just getting ready to beat the living crap out of the mother. I don't know how it's going to go down, but I'm pretty sure she is going to die at some point in episode 7 or 8. My only question is, how are they going to execute it? Are they going to show it? Or is it going to be off screen? Is it going to be a little bit of both? Lamont, am I in the ballpark of what you think is going to happen? Or where are you at right now with where the Oz's mother is going to end up?
Obviously, the writers knew they had a hit with Sophia's character. And they expanded upon boosting up Sophia's character because she allowed Oz's what should I say about her? His night working girlfriend to live. She could have ended her and she didn't. And the fact that she let her live kind of is another boost for the fans being so behind Sophia and the plight she's been through. At the end of the day, Keith-Avery, me and you talked about, of the two, who would die? Who would be the pivotal points to really make Oz move his you-know-what? And we said it was the mom. We said, why even mess with the girlfriend? She's not going to be able to move Oz the way the mom would move Oz. We said that Oz would be a caged animal if the mom dies. And so what I think we're going to see next episode, Keith-Avery, is not a death of the mother. I think we're going to see a kidnapping of the mother. And I think we're going to see Oz's rage get taken out on his right-hand man, which is the thing I think is going to make us really hate him even more.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about Vic. You're talking about Vic, right?
Yep. Talking about Vic.
Okay. I would be really disappointed. I know one of the things we said that if what would Penguin have to do for us not to like him at the end of the show, and I think that's harm Vic in some way, shape, or form. And I got to give it to him. I mean, the acting across the board in this whole show was phenomenal, especially by Colin Farrell. But one scene in particular was towards the beginning of the episode where the mother was, having her episodes and was naming his Oz's younger brothers or his brothers that passed away at a young age. Was it Jacob or Joseph? I can't remember exactly what the name was. But Vic was like, oh, yes, he's all better. And the mother was like, oh, he's going to be all better. And the way that Oz hit the table, I'm like, stop, Vic, you're making it worse. Like, what is wrong with you? I really did love that right there. So with you saying that he may take something out on Vic, I can kind of see it just from that particular scene right there, because just like he was caught at the end, he betrays everybody that he works with. And you think you actually think he gonna betray Vic and harm him in some way, shape, or form?
What Colin Farrell said it himself. By the end of this season, we're going to really hate Oz.
Okay.
What else could Oz do at this point to make us hate him other than harm either Sophia, which, because of the dynamics of the story, that shouldn't make too many people upset.
Right.
But what would make people really upset is if he harms Vic.
Okay. I mean, you make a good point. You make a good argument. So we're going to see, guys. We are definitely going to see. I can't wait, but hopefully he doesn't, man. And something else that just stood out to everybody, if you've seen the episode, is the confrontation that Vic was having with the guy from his neighborhood, Squid, and how that ended up right there. What was funny to me was, I don't want to say funny, interesting. I like the way that Vic went to Oz to tell him that he had a problem. You know, like, hey, I'm just trying to update you. We may have an issue. He trying to communicate, be transparent. I like the way that he handled it. But Oz is like out of sight, out of mind, occupied with bliss, getting the power back on, making sure his mother is okay. It was like going through one ear and out the other. You know, just what it was said without being said, like, Vic, I don't have time for this. This is your problem. You need to handle it yourself, you know? And he said that without actually saying it. And I just like that. That's at least how I put it together over here. And then the question comes is how Vic actually handled it. I mean, he tried his best to avoid him. Squid threatened him, was invading his space, was not in his lane. And he ended up killing him. I'm not mad at it. It's interesting how this played out as his first kill. I liked his reaction after he pulled the trigger, showing, you know, just like, oh, he is distraught. I just killed somebody. I cannot believe this. Why did you make me do this? Love the acting. And the fact that it wasn't a quick death either, Lamont. He had to sit there and witness what he just did with the blood squirting out of Squid's neck and him suffering. It just went like a bam shot. He dead. And he passed out. He's suffering like, oh God, you know. Interesting, man. I liked it. How did you feel about it? Did you think that this was avoidable, or did you think it was inevitable? You know, this was Vic's first kill, man, and also his, you know, the way he delivered the news to Penguin, to Oz himself, man. What you think?
Flawless, acting, emotion, behavior. I mean, you couldn't paint a better scenario where the mix of action and dialogue and emotion was better. The only thing I wish Vic would have done when Squid was sitting there bleeding out, I wish he would have pulled that gun out and shot his butt right in the eyeball again. Because this guy has been bullying Vic for the longest time, pushing him around. And I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies that think that they can bully their way to being the top of an organization, because it doesn't work like that unless you're Donald Trump. And even his day is about to come. He got his justice, Keith-Avery. And nobody's mad at Vic for what he did. Other than Vic, you should have shot him before he lost his life. You should have made him feel a little bit more pain, punk ass Squid. Who names themselves Squid as a gangster name? You know what I'm saying? Slide for Steve. Okay, if One Take Big Dog was on this show, he'd be holding up a shirt that says "Slide for Steve" against things like fucking squids. Okay, bye, die, Vic. Die. You did it perfect.
You did it perfect. Okay, all right. I ain't mad at you, Lamont. I love the passion, man. But yeah, Squid is out.
Am I wrong? No, am I wrong? You mentioned how you love the dialogue, the emotion. That was one of the top scenes for me, honestly. Yeah. Vic, I'm just as invested in Vic as I am Sophia.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Me too, man. Me too. Shout out to Vic, man. Hashtag Vic.
Shout out.
You know, like him. You know, and his introduction to this episode was pretty dope too. And just riding around on his bike, you know, delivering the money. All of that. You know, what's up? You got something else you want to say?
Man, that gave me that made me think about Batman, even though we haven't seen him in the series. It gave me Batman Under the Red Hood vibes. Vic riding around on a motorcycle incognito, handling the money, handling the business, growing up in this industry that he's been, make no mistake, he still was kidnapped and is a hostage. Well, he's not a hostage now, but he started out like that and he's growing up in the industry. So I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
enjoyed the way they dropped it on him.
So we gotta have some fun now, man. What was going on with your best friend, Miss Rush and the panty draws at the beginning of this episode? The man got his wish, or did he? Did he bite off too much that he could chew? You know what I'm saying? Did he go up to Sophia and whisper in her ear like, "Hey, babe, it's just me and you right now. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you stop BSing around? Let me bend you over, and we can get this party started." And she was like, "Oh no, you're gonna be doing the bending. Go on and get a belt real quick. You know what I'm saying? All this shit you over here talking. I'm gonna show you. You sure you want some of this?" "Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I have to apologize for the way we treated you in Arkham." Okay. This guy was bleeding, Lamont. This guy was bleeding with his hands tied behind his back. He had his pants down. What were they doing, sir? Add on to that, your boy Sal Maroni in the other room cooking eggplants and meat and tomatoes. What was he doing, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Cooking Italian ass breakfast.
I know it was good too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let you have it, bro. I'm gonna let you have it, man. What kind of musical chairs were they playing in that room by the fireplace, my guy? I'm gonna let you have it, man. What you think?
They was playing the kind of musical chairs that don't have chairs in them. Your ass just fall through the bottom and something pop into it like that. That's the kind of man, Keith-Avery.
I can't wait to talk to you about this.
It's not just the way they did the cinematography, because it's not like he was sitting straight up with his hand tied behind his back. My man had a nipple bleeding. His pants is down around his knees, and his body was kind of inverted like this.
Yeah, man.
And this is the thing about this. We talked about Dr. Rush in the panty drawers. We cannot call him that no more, because in this situation, he's wearing the panty drawers. And this situation came about because he's feeling guilt. Now, maybe he is the type of person that likes to be dominated by whomever his lover is. But a lot of this is white guilt, because he knew Sophia was innocent. He stuck around longer than what he should before he made his play. And for him, we seen it the previous episode when she stepped to him and was about to kiss him. And I told you he skeeted all over his pants right there on the spot. I told you. Yeah. And you was like, Lamont, you don't know what you're talking about. So now it's no longer Dr. Rush in the panty drawers. It's Dr. Rush out of his panty drawers, because there's no telling what kind of painful things she done to that man. Clipped his nipples. She probably was smashing his balls. I think I even seen a tear drop down that big ass nose of his. Yeah, but man, what made it so bad, this is what made it so bad, Keith-Avery. When she was done with him, there was no emotion there.
Oh, of course.
He literally was a tool. He was just a simple tool for her to get whatever rocks she got off.
Exactly.
And
I was about to say that.
She got done with him, and when somebody really don't care about you, they get their ass up, leave, and go get something to eat. So that's what she did, and now she's turning Maroni into her new father figure. So you had a whole lot of psychological issues going on in that one scene.
This is true. This is facts. You know, in all seriousness, you know, whatever you do in the bedroom is your business. You know, as long as everybody is
consenting.
There you go. I couldn't think of the word. As long as everybody consenting, it's all good. However, I'm just still curious on what exactly they were doing, though. So sound off in the comments. What kind of ring around the boom boom room were they playing? Because it could have been all sorts of stuff. I'm just curious. I do like the chemistry though between Sal and Sophia. Thought it was pretty dope. Yeah, this was a nice bonding moment between them. Mm-hmm. And man, you know, he is just hanging on by a thread, man. You know, trying to survive. He got shanked in prison. You know, wife and son burnt to a crisp. It's just crazy. I like Clancy Brown. I keep saying that every time he pops up. You know, I guess that was his office that they broke into, or one of them. And you know, she was like, "Practice your swing," and he was, you know, he took
Talking about
everything from
Oz.
me, and they have nothing, nothing. You know
Yeah.
that scene right there. I'm assuming that was his office.
I thought that was Oz's crib. You
Oh, that
remember
was his crib.
that
Okay.
was yeah. You remember Sophia been to his crib before when she first met Vic.
Okay.
That was the crib.
Okay. I got you. But I like that, man. You know, I like the relationship. Like again, I don't want to see them die. I want to see them. I'm not saying I don't want to. I'm not saying I want to see them win. I don't want to see them die.
Yeah.
I don't want to see them die. I want
Me
them to be
neither.
around for a while. You know,
I'm cheering for Sophia.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being honest with you. I'm cheering for her, and I like the way they. I'm sorry to have cut you off. This
good.
just I didn't get a chance to finish this part.
You good?
The dynamic they have presented with her and Sal Maroni, kind of like a father-daughter dynamic, but they still sprinkle actions and behaviors that she's doing in there, let you know that the leader of them two right now is her. It's not Sal Maroni, it's her. So her telling him to take out his aggression with the golf swing in the house, that's leadership mentality.
Yeah.
Her and the way she handled the prayer when they was eating, that's leadership. So even though Saul is the man, and there was a tense moment where I felt like y'all just met each other, now y'all eating together, having breakfast, y'all ain't worried about the other one killing the other one. I was able to cut through that because it was such a strong mutual effect, and him actually working with her and letting her be more of a lead made that believable for me.
Yeah. You don't think they're sleeping together, do you? I don't think so.
No, not at all. No. There is none of that vibe. Like I said, the only vibe I got from her was Dr. Rush out the panty drawers. That's it.
I got you. Y'all let us know what y'all think about you know, their relationship and how that's going to flourish. I hope it does. It's pretty entertaining. But they're serious though, man. They say, hey, we gotta put it out there. You know, anybody effing with the penguin is going to get it. And so they took one of those gangsters and hung him up, cut the pinky off, and and cause Oz to give out bliss for free. What do you think of the move? Is it what would you have done, or how do you feel about that, giving it away for anybody that want to drop it off at a gas station, a restaurant, a bar, a diner, anybody? You know, don't take no money, give it away. What you think?
Power move. Because at this point, the fact that these people could lose their men, the cost of losing their man was so heavy that he had to do something to leverage that cost. And if I don't know how much those drugs sell, but I know that it's making a lot of money. And so he's giving it to you for free as a way to say, hey, don't listen to what they're saying. I'm looking out for you. You need to show a little bit more loyalty to me. Have your men basically watch their back better, because there's about to be a new sheriff in town. That was big time. Big time for a guy who has continuously slithered his way almost to the top. That was big time.
You know, I think this is safe to say for an addict that they would just take a drug for free like that, no questions asked. But recreationally, you think that would make people nervous, or you think they just take it willy-nilly?
I don't think the focus of giving away the drugs was as much him worried about the response to the people as it was him telling the people that are distributing the drugs, look, if you want to have a shot at doing anything around here, you got to work with me. And people that go to clubs, you already seen the club scene with him, Sophia, and the Asian individual who Sophia's daddy shut down the organization.
Yeah.
In that club, when they first introduced the drug, he was able to mark it up 3 times.
Yeah.
And this was the first time you ever seen it. So you give somebody something recreational, if they know somebody that's taking it, most people who are into that are going to take it.
Yeah. I know we talked about the mom earlier, man. Did you break down at all about the bathtub scene? It was quite sad to me. It's
Man.
I got to get too personal, but I think everybody can somewhat relate to that at some point in time. Like, our parents take care of us, but we're going to have to take care of our parents or whoever raised us, because everybody's situation is different. I mean, we all have somebody we care about for the most part. But, oh man, it was just like, shoot, we saw her like that. Then the next thing, he got her dressed up with her jewels on, got to put on the makeup. This is the most focused Oz has been in the entire show with trying to accommodate his mother. And,
right.
I thought it was fantastic, but I don't know. I just was really, I don't want to say like I wasn't crying, but I still responded myself over here like, don't look at me. She's freezing in the bathtub. I mean, whether you like Oz or not, I mean, that just sucks. You have any thoughts, sir, on that?
Yeah, man. I think that, remember, we've said that the ultimate motivational tool for Oz is his mom. That's the ultimate motivational tool. You see how he did what he had to do to that councilman to get the damn lights on in Crown Point. And that was another seminal moment where if you're poor or middle class, you actually rooting for this dude because we know just how crooked politicians dibber-dabbling with billionaires can be and who they willing to sacrifice. So you was rooting for him in that moment because he was actually looking out for the little guys, but in particular, his mom, but his mom just happened to be in the vicinity where the little guys was at. And so, that was a moment where you became a little bit more ingratiated to Oz and Oz's plight. And the crooked politician got his just desserts because he thought he was going to be crooked and then go give the fucking charities and think he's absorbed of his wrongdoing. Yeah, I'm out of it. Yeah, I'm clean now.
He what did he say? Paying off his gambling debt with city funds. How did you not expect to get caught? Also, let me ask you this though. Clarify this for me if you can. He was like, wait a minute, I paid off my debt with Carmine. He was like, yeah, but you didn't pay it off with me. I'm just kind of wondering what debt would he have had with Oz? Like, I don't know. Am I missing something?
Oz was into gambling. Oz's girlfriend has the women. There's probably some other outside debt that he does have to Oz. And if you can recall, at one point in time, I think Oz controlled the area where he was the city councilman at. And so I think in that moment, Oz was just basically saying, you might be done with Carmine, but you're just not done with me. I got something you need to handle. And dude thought he was just going to get in the car and wasn't going to get no smoke. Yeah. And he see Oz was about that breaking your nasal septum action. By the way, my daughter pinched me in my nose like that when she was a baby. I can tell you that mess hurt.
Mm-hmm. Bam. Hit the note. Yeah. Anyway, I got you. He probably start carrying now after this,
oh yeah.
It's just still for me. I mean, Oz did his thing, but if you live in this life, you should be able to handle somebody like Oz. I got to take it back though to the mom, man. She asked Oz to kill her. Like, whoa, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that, mother. Okay. I'm not going to put a pillowcase over your head. I don't know. I would see if she was some type of public official or was in the public eye, talking about dignity. I mean, I don't know. You don't got to comment on that if you want to, but that was the only part where I was like, whoa, you're asking a little too much here now, It's like she's not in the hospital, like, up, hooked up to a machine. That's different, in my opinion. I think she was asking him, take me out, physically or something, like shoot me or suffocate me or something. No, no, you're not. Am I making sense or what?
Yeah. Okay. I was going to draw the parallel to what's the difference if your parents are in the hospital and they tell you, I want you to sign this DNR while my mind is free and clear.
Yeah, to me, that's a bit different.
But when they ask you to sign the DNR, their mind is free and clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you sign a DNR, you're not signing a DNR under duress. You're having someone write an advance directive that says no matter what the situation could be, like if they have a bad accident, and let's say there's a 30% chance that they can survive it, and the life-saving necessities that they need, if a DNR is in place, you're not getting it.
What?
You're not getting it.
How was she asking Oz to take her out?
Did she? I don't.
I guess
I'm not
I guess I'm
100%
projecting.
sure. Right. I'm not 100% sure how she wanted him to take her out, but I look at it like this. If someone feels like they're in so much pain and there's no escape from the pain and they're of that age, how is that different from if they're on the machine in the hospital and they're in so much pain and they're saying, I'm tired of this pain, let me go?
I am making the assumption that he was going to shoot her in the face or something like that,
Mhm.
which is something graphic and violent, you know,
Right.
or put a pillowcase over her head, or submerge her in water, or poison her, or something like that. That is off the table. If she's in a hospital and she just wants to be
Yeah.
unhooked from a machine, to me, I will do that. That's different, to me. But that's
So you're
just
for a humane,
yeah,
death versus.
yeah.
There's no way Oz would let her die through gunshot, through
Okay,
suffocation. That
that was
if he
probably
did it, he
obvious.
would go. Yeah, he would go to one of those doctors
Okay,
underground that can administer something that'll let her fall asleep and die.
okay,
There's no
cool.
way he's taking her out in a gruesome manner because then he's stuck with that image the
You're
rest
right.
of his life.
I should have used better common sense judgment. No.
Oh no,
Um,
it ain't no such bro. It ain't no such
I'm
thing as
right.
common sense.
I'm being silly.
You know. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm just being. I'm off my fault. I'm being silly. Um, let me ask you this though, man.
Yeah.
Oz was honest. He spilled the beans towards the end. I'm a hustler. I'm the one
Hmm.
that popped Alberto Falcone. He admitted to something. I do what I can. Very smart. I thought
Yeah.
he was gonna pull up with the new upgraded drug. This guy pulled up with a cooler of beers and was like,
Like he's Stone
Yeah,
Cold Steve
yeah,
Austin.
yeah." Dude was like, "Is this an effing joke?" He was like, "Hey man, we need to work together." Nice speech. I liked the old
Yeah.
boy though. I think it was a try. Dude, like, "Hey man, he dude is a fool. We can't trust him. He betrayed everybody he worked with." Oz couldn't do nothing but admit it. He's like, "Yeah, you're right. I have done that." He's like, "Damn," and then, they all popped the bottles. I like the power move right there. But I was saying to myself during that moment, the last two Asian cats that popped their cans, they was hesitant, little resident, yeah, hesitant. I was like, God need to go ahead and pop your cans right now. Don't be defiant in front of them, but like F you, because you're gonna probably get a bullet in the back of your head. But they went ahead and agreed, and they all drunk and had a toast. Do you think that was real, or you think they was just showing face because they didn't want to get hit in the back of the head right there? And also just the
No,
whole
that
scene, man. What you think about the whole scene?
it was real, and it was a boss move to. Someone once said that there is never a bad time for the truth. He came clean before them. He undressed himself in front of them to form an alliance. And I'm sure everybody that pulled up was thinking that there was something else in that cooler other than some damn malt liquor 40 that he
Mm,
passed out.
yeah,
And for him to undress himself, admit his shortcomings, but also admit their strength in numbers, and that with the drugs he has and their organizations, no one can stop them if they team up. That was big time.
yeah,
And that's what made people believe in his leadership.
yeah,
And I can't wait until we get seasons where they sprinkle in the dirty underground, but now we've got a Batman who's seasoned. You got to deal with him too. Think of the dynamics that you got to deal with the dirty underground plus a vigilante good guy in the mix and how Penguin is going to navigate that. So I thought it was a great power move. It was surprising with him not bringing anything to give them a value other than some alcohol and his vision of what the city can be. But that was all it took.
already.
But down the road, somebody's going to dissent. There's
Yeah,
no way around it. Right now, probably the rest of this season, they're all in unison because they want to get this money. They want to finish stomping out the Maronis. They want to finish stomping out Carmine's daughter. But eventually, there's no honor among thieves, and these people are all thieves.
this is true. Everybody had a guard up. We saw Big Mama. She looked sweet at the beginning. You know, she had the shotgun ready on her hand. You know, just like I don't trust you, mofo's. And so we're gonna see how long this alliance plays out. Hopefully, for the long run. But like you said, most likely somebody's gonna dissent. It was a big time for Oz. Also, a big time for Sophia. Man, you talked about it briefly earlier. She let the woman go. She didn't kill her. You know, like the woman, and she was like, "I feel you." She was so surprised. She was like, "You are the hangman, and you killed my friends." No, bitch, that was my daddy, and Oz knew about it. Okay, get your facts straight. He didn't tell you that part, did he? While he over here paying your rent, this is the bare minimum to keep you around and have you as an alibi. But no, I rotted in Arkham for 10 motherfreaking years, and I'm gonna get mine. Okay, you know, Ozzy is full of crap. Okay, Crown Point by the zoo. She didn't hesitate at all, bro. She did not hesitate at all. She was tired of Oz's mess and was like, "Hey, go get him. You deserve your shot." I don't know, man. Is she a snake in the grass, or are you on her side for doing that, bro? What you think?
Shout out to the writers on this show, because y'all put me in a big box, a squeezed box in that moment. It's like I want to root against her for doing that, but how can you, considering the way Oz has treated her the last couple of episodes, and then we come to find out that he didn't tell the truth about the hangman situation.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, Sophia, knowing how men are and the bull jive with men, was going to let this working woman live. Before she was going to walk out that door, no information, and let this woman live, because she know how men be on that BS.
And real quick, and bro, because she went from this right here to this right here.
Yeah,
I just had to throw it in there. Go ahead.
Yeah. And this picture right here, she got on her damn Italian war paint too, boy. She ready for anything you throw at her. That's how they get dressed up when they about to go to war. But I just thought that was another one of my top 3 moments of the episode, because it was so powerful. It was kind of like woman to woman. These men ain't nothing. And considering he took so many years off your life, he's not listening to me anymore, because I've tried, you know, the girlfriend was mad at him for killing the brother. She was mad at him for trying to rush them drugs so quickly. And then when this thing came up about that he's trying to go underground, and she was like, "I ain't doing it," and he up there knocking pencils and shit all off the dresser, that ain't sit well with her either. So as much as I want to blame her, I can't blame her, because she just made herself a great ally in Sophia, and an ally that's going to take care of women, which is another reason why I don't think Sophia is going to be the one to kill Oz's mom.
What do you think it's gonna be, Sal?
Probably. It's definitely not gonna be Sophia. Sophia gonna take the bitch. That's what Sophia's gonna do. She's not gonna hurt the mom. She's gonna take her, put her in hostage, and you know, she's probably gonna figure out that the mom has got some mental health issues, figure out what scares the mom. So instead of having to torture the mom physically, she can torture her mentally and get the same response as screams, going out of your mind, and play that to Oz. And that way, instead of physically hurting her, you're hurting her and getting the same scream response by doing mental things, using whatever this disease she's got against her. That's what's going to happen.
Okay, real quick. So, I know you said that you don't think Sophia is going to kill the mom, but is the mom going to die or make it out of the season alive?
No.
No what?
No, she's not making it out alive.
Okay.
Look, it has been our prediction from day one. Either the girlfriend or the mom is not making it out of this season.
Gotcha. Okay. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Lamont, what are your final thoughts, man, for this episode? What did we leave out, if anything at all? What you want to get off your chest?
I'm very curious about this Dr. Rush situation. Dr. Rush out of the panty drawer. Yeah. Because what role is he serving Sophia? Like, what's going to keep him alive? For real? What?
I mean, pleasure.
I mean, bruh, is he laying the pipe or is she laying the pipe? We don't know. We don't know what. Or is she one of these people? Is she one of these people that gets pain? I mean, gets pleasure from seeing other people in pain? I got to think that considering what she's been through mentally, probably.
Yeah.
But at some point in time, you get tired of plucking the wings off the same damn fly.
This is true.
You want to get you another one. So we'll see. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, you should be telling your friends, you should be telling your family, you should be telling your coworkers about how good this show is, and also about how great the reviews are with me and B-Avery. Nobody breaks this show down like us, especially not in the Black community. We are it. We are the showstoppers. We are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. So come and subscribe to my man's channel and keep getting this good content.
Already, man. Appreciate that. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is our recap reaction review for The Penguin episode 7 titled Go Summit. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Make sure you come back for episode 7. Same time, same place. We will be here. Lamont, thank you so much for tuning in, coming through and joining me,
Yes,
sir. I really do appreciate it. What you got going on your lovely channel, sir, for all the good people over there?
Ladies and gentlemen, there's not a lot going on my TV show entertainment review channel other than reviews of Penguin. I'm still trying to figure out the direction I'm going to go in that channel because I am so busy. But I am putting out content on my other channel, Politics of Being Black in America. Everything that's going on in this election, all the behind the scenes, all the in front of the scenes, how this thing affects you. Go check me out. And I am still taking donations for the Life Gain Film Studio / the Life Gains movie G-Force. You can make a donation. Link is in the description. Help a brother out. And let's see what we can do as a unit.
Right on. If this is your first time joining me, subscribe to the channel right here, man. I got a little bit of everything, like what we got. Some movie reviews, spoiler movie reviews, talking Love is Blind, box office trailer reactions, Penguin, Dragon Ball Daima, movie news roundup show. Also subscribe to my clips channel as well. I would really appreciate that. And just a few things that I have up on my channel as of late. I did an out-of-theater reaction for Venom, The Last Dance. You can check that out. Also, a non-spoilery review is on my channel. And a spoiler review. I don't have the thumbnail right there ready. And the latest episode of Super Duper that I did with Lamont. We talked nothing but superhero and comic book news. And so that was a ton of fun. It was me, Lamont, and One Take Big Dog. But guys, again, we just want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B-Avery, that's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.